So it's Drew here, and I'm with my friend.
Preston, One Love Hidden.
So we had met. I'm trying to think about how far back it was when we were sitting there at the coffee shop in the morning, and basically the 30-day art challenge cards. Remember?
Right.
And so today is day 2, and I gotta stick to my vision. Yesterday, I didn't have the opportunity to complete out my full podcast, but I did it. And so I don't have the full titles and links to keywords to Patreon and to the different things, but I did it. So today we're taking it to the next level. I just want to take the moment, one track, one take. You're a part of it, you know where I'm going, but like I don't want to just talk to myself about it. I'm not just trying to reach out to the audience and have them hear me about it. I actually want to engage it into an actual, practical, tactical, sortable, oh, but if we do this versus this, it then becomes more realized. Someone else out there listening would be like, no dude, I have that answer, so don't not do it this way because I know how to do it that way. Okay. Someone else will be like, what? Yeah, but that resource, if you're talking about this and that, but then there's this other place you could do this. Or the guy online just did it for us for nothing, or whatever. So I'm wanting to take action and be actionable. So this right here is a little sketch pad. I'm trying to enumerate and try to look at this is what I call pen worship.
Okay.
And so like you can look and see this is one pen. This is the same pen. This is a different pen and a different pen altogether. But so this one dried out equals this one on its tip equals the same one if this was brand new.
And these are
they're all the same colors.
And these are all
just a brush.
With the same pen?
Different pens.
Okay.
So I'm taking the different tips. So like this one's a crayon. It's a watercolor based crayon. So when you draw it, you feel it. I'll let you draw it. Like you feel how it's like silky it is. Like it goes on so silky. Where the other wax crayon goes on a little bit like thicker, harder, chalkier.
Okay.
And so how you get into the groove while you're drawing.
You seem like one's kind of more wet and the other one's kind of dry.
Yeah. So we'll take the shot of it. You can see the variety of them. But this is called pen worship, where I'm not even doing a picture. I'm just seeing how the tips work. Okay. Right? So and then just jump real quick to this is your classic, right? So it's the 30-day art challenge. And not sure if so it's all there. Okay, so it's 2020, so engage 2020 Insight is the name of the podcast project. 30-day art challenge. Engage. So this is more of the podcast. As we get, I guess we can say, this is the podcast for don't talk about it. Talk, but what you did today, so it's not just talk, it's action and talk. It's engagement. In the future, and I do have my initial post, the 30-day art challenge podcast is when I sit down with you and you got your tracks and you're sitting there rocking out in the car, listening to the good track, and you say, all right, and then we'll look back and be like, do you remember that one time, shots of whiskey at coffee, we were just pipe dreaming it?
Right, yeah.
So that'll be the podcast of the successful artists who've gone through the 30-day challenge and have accomplished something. What did you learn? What did you plan? What changed in your plans? What came up that like you could not have known, but now that you're in the steps, whoa, dude, you just gotta fucking bowl through it, right? Engage is me engaging. So I'm gonna do at least 365 every day. I'm doing Engage 2020. 30-day art challenge. So the way that it's going to work is every 30 days. So for right now, I'm in January 1st through January 3rd. And this is called the Viola Project. And this first one is because my daughter, Viola, and her birthday is January 6th. And I don't have resources to get her birthday. I haven't seen her. I'm creating her birthday present.
Okay.
In my anxiousness, in my thing, and I'm drawing, at this point, I'm drawing flowers. Viola flowers.
Yeah, I noticed, yeah.
Right. And so January, that's the 30-day art challenge. In February, it's going to be something else. And that'll go 1 to 30. So 12 months of this, these will all be different projects. And this will be called the 30-day art projects. So in this project, what I'm wanting to do is tell my story about my daughter, tell the story about the viola and how it's a flower and some of its attributes about it, but also it's an instrument that's a scrolled 4-string. It's a little bit like a violin, but it's larger. So it's like a violin, but it's not a violin. What's the difference? Well, that's what we're going to learn in January. When I came up with this concept, I literally have met 3 viola players. They're not violin players. They're not fiddlers. Oh yeah, I play the viola. You, but what? I want to hear you play.
Right.
Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I haven't seen it, I haven't heard it, I haven't even seen their instrument. I want them to play the music. I want to have the flowers. And I want to sing and dance a song of beauty for my daughter for the Viola Project.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Someone else out there in the world gets the coloring book and they start doing it. But then they get a silk screen of a flower that they did. And they can do that for the Viola Project. Or the t-shirt, or the... But this is for my daughter's viola. Where I'm going with this, and why I'm going into it this. So we've got the 30-day art challenge every 30 days. Everybody has their own. There's 4 parts. We've got the 30-day art challenge, we've got the daily podcast, we've got the 30-day art projects. Those are the 3 that I'm sticking to.
Okay.
The 4th one is going to be the Viola Project. Now, after January, and you just come about this later, the Viola Project will be available alive and well every day. Even though we'll be in February, and so I'm going to call the second one, what I think is going to be, I'm certain about it, but
You mean available every day after it's complete, right? Like
it's not complete, it's going
once
forward.
Once it's complete.
Okay, so this is called Ink Cube. And it's a silkscreen, it's a collective silkscreen company concept. You know how silkscreen, super simple. Graphic design, but you could do it for your simple. But if you got a musical track with the prohibition, then you can have a t-shirt, you can have a cover album, you can have this, you can have silk screens. You don't have to have large, medium, small, black, white, girls, guys, You just have one silk screen and you got the ink. And when you get there, now you only have enough for 500 t-shirts. Or somewhere else you have enough for 1,500 t-shirts. Or perhaps nobody's ordering it, so you haven't wasted any money yet. So you create it, and it's the Ink Cube. And so it's also an incubation collective. So I'm not the best silk screener, but I can do it. You're not the best, but you can do it. But there is somebody out there who loves silkscreen, and they can show us a thing or two about how to do it right and how to do it to get that effect or how to do it to get this effect. Right?
Yes.
Or even better, why don't you make my t-shirts for me while I go on the road? So once the next project kicks in, the Viola project stays and lasts forever online. So people can donate it to it. A violinist can say, oh, I heard that song, I'm practicing that song. And so, somebody doing their violin practice every day could be doing it, recording it, posting it to the Viola project, keeping it active, keeping it live, keeping it engaged.
So are you saying the Viola project is going to be like a
forever?
But I'm saying in the sense of like you think it's subscribe to it? And
Correct.
then,
Yes. Okay. So it's gonna be a channel on Facebook,
okay.
and it's gonna be moved like this. This was exactly what's gonna happen. So we're now January 30th is over. We're on February 6th. Okay. Viola project. Is out there, right? People know about it. And it's called Flowerful Impact. That's the subtitle of it. Little flowers, simple and practical, like it's impactful. We're gonna have a little envelope with one of our little stamps on it. It says Viola Project. And you could get these seeds and plant them in your garden. So you could go online and go, ding ding, oh, I want to get those, ding ding. And now that little percentage of money goes to fund the Viola Project. The other one pays for the shipping, the thing, the blah, 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 the greenhouse. Somebody else could be videotaping their little, this is how I planted my pot on my patio, and the next day, oh my goodness, it was broken. So don't do it like this. Or somebody else could do another, and it could be a big bushel of successful flowers, and they're like, oh my gosh, look what I did. I used this special green thumb solution, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is about creating the flower for the Viola flower. And then I want to continue with the music. I don't know how to do a viola instrument. But then this would be the music. And that could play on, so people could participate with the flower or the music. They could continue on and on, feeding the Viola project, helping me get reconnected and get me back to my daughter.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Once that works, then what that can also become is a flowerful impact, and then it could be uniting kids with their parents. And there's lots of people like you, like me, who are separated from our parents in spite of ourselves. We don't have the resources, but we can do something about it.
So
we can help out others.
So how do you how reaching out to the audience? What are the methods as far as reaching out? Is it like the same for the 38-hour challenge, or is it this like a sub?
It's a subgroup.
Subgroup, okay.
But right now we're going to run it just like the 38-hour challenge, because that's what we know.
Right.
But somebody will come to us and be like, but if, then we'll say, thank you, Monica. Let's use your idea and let's have you do that. And that can be taken off and run with once we know more than what we know now. Right? So, I just wanted to jump ahead. January is the Viola project. So we still got the 30-day art challenge. We still got the 30 birthday art projects. And that's 12, right? So there's 12. This is 30. And then the other one is 365, which is the Engage 2020 Insight. And the point about the A, it's something I'm engaged in. 2020, you have clear vision. We know exactly, I know what I'm doing it for. I'm engaged doing it. And the insight will be what the response from the audience who's watching it could be like, whoa, that inspired me, bro. Or, wow, you kind of talk on too much, right? Or, my sister would totally like to hear this. Let me send her a link. And then when she responds, I could know something about, hey, you want me to reach out to your sister? Because you said that she'd be a great thing, or your brother runs a company, he has a greenhouse already. Maybe these solutions are coming to us faster than so we just got to prepare for that. Okay. So this is the 30 that I'm active. This is 12 that I'm committed to. 365. I'm on day 2 right now. Okay. So this is I'm doing. This is what I'm doing in January, and this is big to me, right? This is my girl. So today is her. I mean, not today, but on January 6th is her 5th birthday. Well, 5 is Roman numeral, it's a V. She's gonna turn 5, right? What's interesting is there's this artist, and he has what's called the Vital 5 project. So Vital 5, Viola. So this art organization, which is already out there, already active, already has probably several thousand subscribers. When you were saying, what's the method, how do we do it? I don't know that now, we're on day 2 right now. But her 5th birthday, her name is Viola, it's her 5th, and it's the Vital 5. Vital 5 Productions. And they just opened a museum. It's called the Museum of Museums.
It's pretty tight.
Right? And so that is what I've got on day 2 for the next 30 days, right? 28 days left. Okay? What I'd like to do is I have my drawings here, and I've got sketches of flowers and leaves. These are some other sketches, right? Well, the way that I want to live my life is doing it, not talking about doing it. I've already done the talking about doing it part. And so I got these watercolor cardboards. So that's this is the first one that I did. And I'll let you flip through it. But these are the color paintings of the flowers. And then this is the silkscreen template that when you put this screen over the top of this on a t-shirt or on a bag, it'll be a silk screen, a very colorful silk screen flower. So this was that you can look at because you haven't seen that yet. So that's me playing with watercolor and color. This is secondly me working with black and white graphic for the flower. And then that's kind of where I'm going with it, right? It's also the same size as the cover of a CD album. Right?
You're right. That is tight.
And so when we get the violinists and the cellists and the violists to compose beautiful music, then there'll be multicolored video, but there'll also be audio compositions, right? So that's kind of revealing the multi-entendre. This one just happens to be my favorite, and it's not complete in itself right yet. It has to be.
Is that abstract?
Well, it's the watercolor composition, but when you take this graphic, see this blue line?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 5 petals of the viola. And so that will be then over the top of that, basically masking out. So yes, this is abstract, but it's also when it'll get masked out. Do you follow what I mean by masked out?
Yeah, it gets cut into that shape of the leaves.
Correct.
But the color still
So it's
remains.
framed, yeah.
Okay.
And so this is where I'm going with it. And this is where the project gets big. Okay?
This is my favorite.
Which one? Let's see it.
Because it looks 3D.
That one?
Yeah.
Nice.
It looks like this the stem, and this the leaf.
Mm-hmm.
It just, yeah. I think that approach would be much better. Like it looks 3D, like
Mm-hmm.
it's the leaves here.
Totally.
You see what I'm? You see,
Oh yeah,
you see
I
what
totally
I'm-
see what you're going at,
Yeah.
right? And so,
Instead of it being like just 2D.
correct. And so the whole concept that I had with you earlier when we were walking over here, and when we, you know,
It has to be 3D. Because it's 3.
yeah,
Practically everything is 3.
so
It's love.
we're now living into a, I don't even know how to spell Oculus, but the Oculus, the virtual reality and the augmented reality, and then what is it, AI. So these are programming sequences. This is the new virtual reality experience. It's not a picture anymore. It's a 3D thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could be standing in the flower. You could be walking around the flower with Google, the goggles on.
Yeah.
The Oculus Rift is a video gaming architecture program where somebody could actually develop an experience.
Okay.
And then 360 camera, like literally, if we had a $65 camera sitting where that sprinkler is, somebody could be in here, in their house, watching us in this entire room and everything that I'm talking about.
Right.
So when I'm pointing over there, they can literally look over there.
Yeah, scan.
We can't do it with this stable camera, but if we had a 360 camera, it's 65 bucks,
Yeah.
they could be in it with us.
That's how they do 3D printing and all that.
Right, you mentioned that either. I mean, you mentioned that yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So that is where I'm going, and you just pushed for the 3D. Well, one thing that I didn't know about yesterday, I could have done my video podcast here. Today I did it here. Yesterday I also learned something else. Tomorrow we could do it in Bellevue and actually not just talk about 3D, not just talk about, but we can actually tomorrow do it and engage what we just talked about
Yes.
tomorrow.
Right. And then have it actually utilize their cameras.
Totally.
Yeah, because
Because I don't have the $65 to get the camera to put it here.
yeah.
Or if I did, I don't have the computer to then transfer it to put it there, right? But like, we can go do that tomorrow
Yeah.
for nothing. So the idea is to utilize and to move forward into that's the vision where I'm going.
Okay.
So 3D, it's graphics arts, it's emotional arts, it's music arts.
What's AR?
Augmented reality. So virtual reality is you put on the goggles and you are definitely in another place.
Right.
Augmented reality is you put on the goggles and you can see what we have, but you can also see. So you could be walking down the forest, and when you see a bushel of mushrooms over there. You look at it, and it'll say, "Oh, those mushrooms are blah 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 from blah 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 blah." And you turn over here, you look at that tree. What kind of tree is that? And it could tell you
Right.
what that tree is, but you can also see the tree.
Okay. Right. That's like a.
So it's augmented reality. It's like maps. Like when you're driving down in the car, when you're looking at the maps.
Right. And it has a description for all the things that's around there. Like it give you details.
That's augmented reality if you were to have that in Google glasses.
Like Terminator 2, what Arnold Schwarzenegger had when he first got back and he scanned.
So my point is that there literally are people right now trying to develop and plan out this kind of new digital experiences.
Right.
But why wouldn't they do that with your musical tempo accompanied with, I don't remember her name right now, but it's like, her husband passed away, so she's a widow and she's got a daughter, but she's a violist. And it's just like, what?
From the no.
Yeah. And then I met, so I have their names, but it's like I've gotten disorganized, right? But I do have those 3 people that I've met, 3 separate people who are violists. Now, so with the room, okay? This is what we got. Today, so there's this little cute it's like a centerpiece. It's like a home decorating centerpiece that you put a candle in it, right? And it sits on your table. It's like a candelabra, candle votive, and it looks like this greenhouse. To me, it looks like a greenhouse. And I want to have like candles, and then I want to have glass votives, where you put a candle in, and have them colored and speckled decoratively. And then I want to have little terracotta gardening pots so you could grow flowers in them. And then what I also want is coffee cups and coffee saucers, teacups, right? And so somebody could buy the Viola painted coffee cup that they drink every morning, or a coffee cup or a mug. They could have a little pot that they're growing their little Viola flowers in. They could have a little candelabra that every time they put it in their little bath and they're listening to music and they're just chilling out after work, it could be a Viola decorated candelabra. Or they could just buy more candles next time, little tea lights, right? You got also the little seed bag that I was talking about. Also, Viola flowers are edible, so you can actually buy a case of Viola flowers. And one of the things that they do with Viola flowers is they sugar bath them. So they take a real flower and they dip it in sugar bath and it crystallizes, and then when you put it on cake, it's like got all these colors, but they're candy. They're candied flowers. So that could be purchased, right? And then like the ends go on and on and on. All of that proceeds, basically, somebody out there could be like, oh, I did this really cool picture and I want to have a bag. Well, 1/3 of that goes to that artist. And every time we sell one of that bag, that artist gets a little bit. 1/3 goes to the production. We gotta get the bag, we gotta get the ink, we gotta get the silk screened. So that would be somebody who's got it, or somebody who can get it better than we can get it. So that 1/3 to produce it, right? And then 1/3 to basically get it out there. So that's marketing and fulfillment and shipping and all that stuff, right?
Financially.
And then 1% goes to the Viola project forever.
How long do you have?
For what?
A couple of days.
What do you mean? For a birthday? Yeah, so I got 4 days.
Wait, today
It's
is
5 days from tonight. Today's the 2nd, and this is the 6th. I got 4 days left. Tomorrow we'll have 3 days left. So the next day after that we'll have 2 days left. Right? But, so this is the kind of the vision, right? Now, once these are different technique to share the experience. But let's say we got my picture, your picture, the one that I like the favorite of, the one you like the favorite of. Maybe tonight I do a couple more, tomorrow I do a couple sketches. Maybe you get some ideas coming and you find something and you go, wow, I found a flower just like that, right? Tomorrow when we're in the other office, let's just say we just come up with one picture and you got, right? So I got my flower that I think I like. And you like this one because it's more three-dimensional, right? Let's just say. And maybe we just make prints of that. And it's just like a print. Somebody could buy it, hang it on their wall, and say, yay, I bought this artist. These two guys did this thing. It was really cool watching them. Or they could get a gift card, like a happy birthday Viola gift card with an envelope, you know? And that little bit helps.
Yeah, it sounds like it's more planned. Need a beer.
Yeah, I need a beer too. But right now, we don't have the beer. But this is where I was going to share this idea. This, again, 30-day art challenge. Every day, doodleartdaily.com, drawarteveryday.com, 30dayartchallenge.com, 30dayartprojects.com, right? And then just to get those would already be up there to probably about $100. Plus to make the website, plus the blah, 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 blah. So what I've done is I've got the freaking Instagram, the Facebook, I got the Twitter, and the Tumblr, excuse me. So I got the Tumblr and then the Twitter. And now there's other social, so yesterday, Instagram, they maybe have had this for a while, but they have an Instagram marketplace. So everything that I just talked about, I could sell on Instagram without even having a website.
Yeah, Facebook has one. I didn't know Instagram.
They do, and so Facebook also has one for the Facebook page, and then you can sell it, but this one's new. I know Tumblr is, you know Tumblr?
Yeah.
But I know that they have music, and they have video, and then, so I'm not super good with the Snapchat. I just don't fully grasp that. But like the Snapchat would be augmented reality. That's AR. Because you know how you put that thing on your face and you can go like, and it's got like a dog face?
Mm-hmm.
That's augmented reality. It's you and technology.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual reality is when you can't see you, you just see the dog go, right? So that's a perfect example of those two. I don't know Snapchat, but somebody does. So maybe somebody could go, oh, what if I had a little icon that when you hit it, all of the things turn to Viola flowers?
Yeah, people could create, like we created, well, Jasmine had it created for his birthday, which is the filter.
Yeah.
You can have your own filter created.
So I don't know where to go through that, but that's what I'm talking about. I want to go, Fiverr is one. Is it Fiverr.com?
I'm not sure.
Where do you, let's find out.
You can have your own filters created, yeah. You can have like,
So filter for Snapchat. filter. That's a question mark. We gotta find that one out. That's what we're getting away from here. And we got the Bellevue.
And I don't know if you like also like present you would like your ideas, like your the Viola, like your drawings and stuff, maybe or something like that, or have it. Cause it'd be kind of cool if you could use the Photoshop and do it like that, and have like already kind of like an idea or something like a rough draft of like the filter.
Yeah.
There's one thing I've learned. I don't know if how you are with softwares, but it would probably be good to look into. There's this website I was a facilitator at that place at the Bellevue Library. She informed me of, and they have like tutorial on like almost any software. And
so we could go through the different things they'll give us tutoring.
well, it's just like you go online and they have like videos, tutorials of like how to.
So I want to do Fruit Loops too, like just something super simple, like what we're talking about. Have a slideshow, have a Fruit Loops, and I can sing her a little happy birthday song from Daddy.
Yeah.
So I had this one. This is one of my lyrics. Okay, ready? I don't know how I know your heart so well, and all the things you wish to show and tell. My melody's off, but I'll be there for your second chance to sing these songs to you and watch you dance. Dance, 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 sing. Muses need not know how far their beauty goes. Like it's a lyric that I had that I used to sing to my daughter. And there's a song by Tycho, it's called Daydream, and it's a very techno, and like I want to do what you were talking about with like, I want to take clips out of the Tycho Daydream, and I have this melody that I have that I want to find other beats to go with it, and then I can record over that and just loopity 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 loopity.
Right, yeah. Sample, yeah, that's what's called sampling. When you take like.
Yeah, but you could just show me how to do that.
Yeah,
you can just do it. You know what I mean? Like, just for my daughter.
Yeah, we used to do all like people sample all the time, take clips from old songs and then add new percussions to them.
Yeah.
To make them more hip.
Make them personalized and progressing it forward.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Alright.
And so thank you for taking. This is a 37-minute post, right? And where I was just.
This is a long post. You kind of caught me off guard, but I'm gonna let this one slide.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna be recording this right now.
But I want to put the tracks out that we did from outside.
No,
don't. Okay, I'll let you do that.
It's gonna. The thing about image is like when people do get the image of you, it has to be
correct.
Mystique.
Yeah, but it has to be done correctly
and mystique.
Yeah,
because too much of you
can be obnoxious,
can be
misleading.
No, it's just because you want to have that mysticism because you don't give people too much.
Totally.
Yeah, you don't want to give too much of you. Like, hey, I see him everywhere. Oh man, I got all these videos.
Right. It's all run out.
Yeah, you know, too much of something.
So this is where I want to show you because I didn't show you the one I did yesterday yet. So I wanted to do that. I want to show you how I posted it. And so when I post this one, it will be the improvement from the one yesterday.
Okay. In a minute though, because I saw the shower and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking now. I'm just saying we're at 38 minutes and 51 seconds. So
that's a long time.
Here's what I wanted to jump to real quick. And sign up for the 30-day art challenge for free. You just sign up. Download the PDF. We're gonna have all of the rules up there very quickly. Secondly, for $30, you begin your personal 30-day art challenge. Get you a sketchbook, get you the tools, and I'll have 30 lessons every day of how to go through kind of what I did with you at the coffee shop. And then what I've done with another guy who's, so I have 2 other students that have kind of gone through, and I'm developing out certain 30-day art challenge kind of reiterative. They're not rules, but they're kind of like spectrums. Kind of like you're talking about. You want to develop mysterious, like you want to have some kind of enticement.
That's just.
But that takes time and consideration and process, right? So some people know how to do that. Some people know how to do it this way. Okay, that's just an aspect, right? And then, so they could sign up for PDF. Then they got the 30-day projects where there's 30 videos. Then you can sign up and do the original 30-day art challenge, which consists of, you get 38 by 10 canvas panels. You get 38 by 10 canvas panels, and that's, did you see those videos that I did at the art building? Did you see this? So you get 38 by 10 canvas panels, and you do 30 paintings in 30 days, 30 drawings in 30 days, 30 photographs, and you do your own thing. And then the fourth one is called the Masterworks. And you do all of what I'm doing, and I'm working right now on one large piece that's going to be at least 36, like probably like 30 by 40 or 30 by 30. I haven't decided if it's going to be square or rectangle. And that, so there's 4 different ways that you can sign up for the 30-day art challenge. Viola Project's my own personal one. After January 31st, you'll be able to sign up for the Viola Project too. And that's kind of where I'm going with it. And then we've got the Engage 2020 Insights. Like, I want to have insights from creative people's points of view about coming up with solutions for people like live their dreams, achieve what we're talking about, you know, like develop it. So that's kind of where we're going. Thank you for listening. Do you have anything more to add?
Peace out.